Get to tell you about the thing that I've been working on for over 2 years. Booby drumroll. It is my debut book titled Paper Doll Notes from a Late Bloomer. And I've just...
Okay, you can't do a booby drum roll if you don't have any boobies, sweetheart. I don't know what that I don't know what that padded thing is you've got strapped to your chest that you're beating, but they ain't tits. Those aren't boobs, honey.
Just received the advance copy, and it's really cute, right?
No, it just looks like your Instagram cover photo.
Is 30, and you're writing an autobiography at 30.
Yeah. That's what famous people do, man.
Okay. I mean,
are you struggling to find a reaction to this?
This is just a little self-published ditty. People do
That's
that all the time.
That's the least shocking thing here.
Hole, narcissist, nihilist.
Hey, here's an idea. If any of you industry heads are watching, stop trying to make Dylan Mulvaney a thing. She's not gonna be a thing. Stop trying to make her a thing. I'm gonna watch the Dylan Mulvaney shit.
Just by hiding until last circle.
Watch the Dylan Mulvaney stuff while we wait.
People started catching on. Yeah.
One of those days.
Why do I always feel like crying?
Because you're not right
style,
mentally.
dude.
Or emotionally.
I feel like crying.
Sometimes you eat the bar, and sometimes the bar will eat you.
No!
Dude, you love to see the river.
Oh my god.
Okay, dude. Have it
Alright,
your
let's
way.
move. We got 30 seconds.
Take her easy, dude.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. With
Take
every
her
boom
easy,
and bust,
dude.
there's always people that buy in at the very top and lose everything. Bud Light is one of those brands they bought in at the very tippy top of the woke madness and insanity in our culture and decided to hire Dylan Mulvaney for their
woke,
light
go broke.
beer campaign, and the rest is history. Bud Light lost 35% of all of their drinkers forever and is no longer the king of beers. Bud Light lost billions of dollars and is now in a multi-year attempt to try and rehabilitate their brand. Now, the Democrat Party, not as smart as Bud Light. I mean, at least Bud Light's doing their best
Baseball
to
bat.
hire Shane Gillis,
Fighting straight ahead.
Manning, Post Malone, whatever.
Grabbing a baseball bat.
Do ads with Dana White, sponsor the UFC. I mean, they're doing everything they can to distance themselves.
I'm just
from
gonna hoof it,
Dylan
but I
Mulvaney.
got a baseball bat
The Democrat
now,
Party,
so.
on the other hand, is embracing Dylan Mulvaney with a big
oh,
hug.
guy
Chuck
right here.
Schumer and Dylan Mulvaney. Chuck Schumer is the de facto leader of the
I got
debate.
rid of my long. I got rid of my
With
long
Dylan
distance
Mulvaney
weapon. I
just
got two
the
guys in
other
front of me over here.
night. So, gentlemen, here's
Damn
Chuck
it!
Schumer
Keep hitting the
and
wrong
his
button to pink shit.
Where are you? Where are you?
Keep hitting the Warzone button. I'm off to your right.
Surely there's got to be a better photo.
Jesus. Yeah, they got a vehicle too. Two guys in front of me.
Okay, well, let's just hope
They
that
definitely
Dylan
know
Mulvaney
I'm
does
here.
To the Democrat Party, what Dylan Mulvaney did to the Bud Light brand. Dylan Mulvaney has been on a bit of a
off me, bitch.
spiral recently, with very strange appearances on TikTok.
Damn it! Get her! Get her! Get her!
Including sometimes
I got one.
sobbing.
Oh my god!
Why do I always feel like crying?
I hate the baseball bat so
Why do I always
much.
feel like crying? Don't do it, Dylan.
Yeah, we're gonna do
I
OG.
don't.
No!
We're gonna do OG. I'm tired of. Yeah, I'm tired of the
Yeah,
bullshit, dude.
definitely very healthy behavior. Screaming.
Pronouns are USA.
Oh,
USA. How about
Drink,
And also
silver.
threatening the audience that Dylan Mulvaney has on TikTok.
Damn.
Almost
Halfway
over.
through silver already.
Says user 9704035144775.
yeah, we did pretty good there. Okay, cool. I got the back bling. I'm getting some stuff here.
I'm just looking at my clock. I
We
think
got a
it's been a
lot
little
there.
longer than 15 minutes, darling. And seeing that I'm slating things out 2 to 3 years from now.
person's fucking mental.
About
That made him
2 to 3
15
years,
minutes.
I
I know,
think it might
right?
be a little bit
Wait.
longer.
You're gonna love the reference. Wait, you're gonna love the reference. I'm gonna ask you here in a second. Who does this remind you of right here?
Why'd you send me something on Discord?
No. In the
Oh,
Mulvaney clip
in the video? Yeah, we're getting there.
where you have it paused. This little section right here. It's gonna remind you of somebody.
You ever seen like the Dark Knight,
the Joker,
the Joker hostage video? It's like the same. It's like the same thing, right? It's the same vibe. It's just like what Heath Ledger did with his method acting.
Jesus.
Yeah, that made.
Yeah, this person's fucking mental.
Evil villain. Okay, so anyway, kind of like Heath Ledger, somebody who is clearly unstable, probably shouldn't give them, I don't know, an enormous amount of power and access to corporate media and millions more in the audience. But
what do you mean? That's what we do to everybody who's mentally unstable.
Let's give Dylan Mulvaney a
Hi, is this an okay time?
They did it for Kanye.
Oh, I really hope it is, because I finally get to tell you about the thing that I've been working on for over 2 years. Booby drumroll. It is my debut book titled Paper Doll: Notes from a Late Bloomer. And I've just...
Okay, you can't do a booby drum roll if you don't have any boobies, sweetheart. I don't know what that I don't know what that padded thing is you've got strapped to your chest that you're beating, but they ain't tits. Those aren't boobs, honey.
Just received the advance copy, and it's really cute, right?
No, it just looks like your Instagram cover photo.
Is 30, and you're writing an autobiography at 30.
Yeah. That's what famous people do, man.
Okay. I mean,
are you struggling to find a reaction to this?
If this is just a little self-published ditty, people do that all the time.
It's the least shocking thing
black
here.
Hole, narcissist, nihilist.
Yeah, she's egotistical. Most of these people are. They get so obsessed with themselves, they can't stop posting on Instagram, they can't stop talking about themselves, and the more attention you give them, the more it validates it, which leads to this. And then they write books about themselves because they think that they're... And that's when they get the big old slap in the face of reality that no one gives a fuck. The only people who cared about you were the people trying to, like, use you for marketing and shit. All right. Oh, ready up. Were the people using you for marketing and shit. You're not, they don't care about you. You're not a person. You're just a symbol. You were a symbol of some movement they thought they could leech off of for sales, and it didn't work. And you're fading into irrelevancy, and you're slowly having to come to terms with that. That's how it's going for most of these people. You're not an influencer because people liked your personality. You're not an influencer because people liked you. You're an influencer because of what you stood for. And no one gives a fuck about what you stand for anymore. It's no longer a trending topic. So you're just going to be irrelevant.
Lists that, you know, can't think of anybody other than he's just like obsessed with themselves. But this is something that has major corporate backing. Dylan Mulvaney on ABC
Yeah,
News
she's an industry plant.
Time.
That's why she gets so much backing.
The book.
Stop trying. Hey, here's an idea. If any of you industry heads are watching, stop trying to make Dylan Mulvaney a thing. She's not going to be a thing. Stop trying to make her a thing. You're literally trying to buy her fame, and she is getting shot down every time you put her in the spotlight. It's not working. Save your money and give it to somebody else. Like me. I'll do a better job of selling your product than her. There you go. Have a democratic redneck. Yeah. I can be that guy. Bud Light, you need somebody to sell your beer, but that'll appeal to the Democrat Party, but still appeal to your voter base. Got a Democrat with a redneck accent. Just a regular white dude who, like, you know, yeah, I'm from the South, but I don't believe in all the bullshit. There you go. Walk the middle. That's what I do. All right, ready up.
You talking about the book?
Yeah. Well, I mean, The View is gonna do.
Appearing.
They're just desperate for content.
Rolling Stone.
Yep.
And in CBS News.
Okay, no, it's not CBS News. That's the CBS morning show. Literally any and everybody will go on there. They are just desperate to fill time. Anything they have to talk about that's not controversial or like violent. Like, they're not reporting on real news. This is a morning show. They talk about cooking segments and feel-good stuff and stuff that old ladies like. And they're like, Dylan Mulvaney looks enough like a woman old ladies may not notice. And the younger crowd will think we're progressive. That's all that was.
Morning show. The insane amount of corporate media propaganda exposure for Dylan Mulvaney on this project is obscene.
I'm gonna speed you up if you don't talk faster. Who the fuck is this Benny guy, and why does he talk like he's struggling to find basic words? Did you not script this?
I see that too. I do see that.
Like, you've got 30 fucking tabs open. You clearly planned this out in advance. Do you not have a better reaction other than, this is insane? Just base level shit. Like, if this is the case, why even put your face on cam and have a reaction? Just show the footage and call it a fucking day, you lazy fuck.
You have never,
Jesus,
seen more propaganda for a single product pushed and shoved.
Oh, I can think of a few.
Press.
I can think of a few.
Than this single book. So how'd it do exactly? Dylan Mulvaney's new book has been promoted by everybody.
Okay, there's definitely other products I've seen more like corporate pushing for than her book. Proof of that being, I didn't even know she had a book until you told me about it. I wouldn't say it's everywhere. I don't think most people even knew about her book. I think that's part of the problem was the advertisement, is that not enough people knew the fucking book existed outside of her little circle. But then again, nobody outside of her little circle is going to give a fuck about it. Yeah, it sounds like they gave her the bare minimum. They gave her a small budget, just enough budget to advertise to her audience. And then they didn't like advertise it on TV. They didn't advertise it anywhere else. They didn't advertise it anywhere that Dylan Mulvaney's fans wouldn't see. Why? Because no one's going to buy it but Dylan Mulvaney fans. And this is her slap in the face of reality of learning that not as many fans are willing to buy her book as she thought. And the general population doesn't care enough about her to buy her book either. None of this is surprising. Really? And we're quoting Matt Walsh? Fucking clown.
That one. A widely publicized book tour for days, and the book was released yesterday, and now it sits at number 539 on Amazon. A humiliating, total flop. Let's go ahead and...
Okay, it doesn't really help your case, though. Hold on. I'm going to go back. Look at that screenshot as he struggles to find the words humiliating flop and says it in the slowest manner possible because this Benny guy apparently struggles with the English language. But,
you gotta remember, he's got to make
like,
a 10-minute video so he can get demonetized.
This is what, no, like, that's not a thing anymore. Now YouTube cares about watch time. You want people to keep watching, then you need to, like, do better than this. But this is why Matt Walsh is a clown, though. Look at that fucking screenshot where he's doing it to embarrass her. You couldn't crop out the customer review part at the bottom that gives her 5 out of 5 stars? Like, if you're trying to embarrass her by saying her book didn't sell much, yeah, but the people who bought it liked it. Its rating sits at 5 out of 5. You couldn't crop the extra inch from the bottom.
Here. I don't know where. Yeah.
Like, these, oh, God. These people make it too easy. Like, she's got an instant out now because of that. Like, it would have been so easy to embarrass her with a screenshot that wouldn't also make you look like a fucking retard. But now you look like a retard because all she's got to say is, well, it got 5 out of 5 stars, so those who bought it liked it. And then she can claim, I didn't do it for the money, I did it for my fans, and they're enjoying it. Yeah, like, she's got a ton of outs. But, like, she could have easily, like, spun this PR-wise so it's not as embarrassing as they're making it look. Luckily for you guys, Dylan Mulvaney's an emotional idiot who's emotionally unregulated and mental. And instead of getting on their Instagram... Well, yeah, instead of getting on their Instagram and talking about how successful the book is to those who read it and how much the people who bought it are happy and being like, I don't care if a bunch of... Like, that's all you got to do is get on there and pretend like you don't care about sales, pretend like you care about people enjoying the book. You didn't write it for money. You've got enough money. I wrote it for my fans to enjoy, and look at the reviews. They're enjoying it. That's all you would have to do.
There for you. It's on a fat guy.
Oh, I already drank a fat guy. But that's all you would have to do is act like you don't care about sales. You care about people enjoying the book, and the ratings show people enjoyed the book. See? That's all you got to do to save face. But instead you got on your Instagram and you cried like a bitch. And now it looks like you're whining because your book didn't sell much. So this guy gets to take the slowest paced victory lap in history. Jesus.
Humiliating.
Literally. I was watching it like, wait a minute, this guy is like struggling
for
words.
Check, shall we?
It's just the way he talks. Like I'm about to put him on 2x speed just to make him sound like a normal person.
Just to get it done.
Here. What do we got?
There was somebody that landed here.
Whoa! He really didn't plan this out? He's literally pulling up stuff that he's got saved in tabs for this segment that he's pre-recording. You could edit this part out, and instead it's you pulling it up, going, "What do I have here? What is this? Where am I?" Dude, I get away with doing that because I do this shit live, literally unscripted on the fly. Yeah, I got an auto. You're doing an edited video. Just edit the part out where you're struggling to find the fucking content that you just pulled up. Just this is embarrassing. I mean, you're making a hit piece to embarrass somebody else, and you're kind of embarrassing yourself in the process. And now he's highlighting the reviews. And now he's highlighting the reviews, so the reviews must have gone down some since Matt Walsh's tweet, so I guess that worked. Which Dylan Mulvaney could also save face on and say, well, that's just your people review bombing it because Amazon doesn't require you to purchase a product to review it. So people are review bombing it. Yeah, like there's so many ways she could save face if she wasn't a crybaby. Okay, are you gonna?
What's the
slurp juice?
What's the number?
Oh god, he's still struggling.
It's gotten worse. At time of recording, it's 631 in books. It hasn't even come close to cracking the top 100. This is a absolute Disney Snow White level flop. Bud Light.
Hold on. That's your reference? Disney Snow White level flop? The movie's not out yet. You don't know if it's going to flop? I mean, it's getting a lot of negative media coverage, but so did their last, like, The Little Mermaid. Like, The Little Mermaid got a ton of negative media coverage, and it didn't flop. So, I don't know if I would use that as my reference. These people are struggling so hard. Like, I want to agree with you. I don't like Dylan Mulvaney either, and I think that everything they're doing around her is cringe. I got a sniper. But
He's coming this way.
But now you're struggling to, like, embarrass her. It's bad. Ah, damn, I just missed. Oh, this is one shot. Sniper. Gotta reload. Okay. Tagged her. Yeah! There we go. Double sniped. That's what I'm talking about.
Star's new book.
There's her buddy. There's her buddy.
Major media promotion.
Tagged him.
Yeah, this number is incorrect.
Tagged him for 100.
It is far worse than that.
23 twice.
This is a terrible, horrible
Hold on. Gotta reload.
failure for the corporate press that just really can't.
Well, just missed.
Frankly, like it's hard to think of something worse that could happen.
Got her.
For them this year.
Nice.
You've never seen an industry so down bad and crashed out. This is just a small sample of the coverage Mulvaney's book has gotten in the week, not counting all the TV interviews that didn't even get to the top 500. Amazing.
Yeah, we get it. People aren't paying attention to Dylan Mulvaney. Nothing else is new. It's been like that since before she wrote a book.
New York Times, Rolling Stone, Glamour.
Woo! We all just shit.
Dylan Mulvaney ready to
Blue RPG.
Move on from what? I published a jokey children's book making fun of transgenderism, and it made the top 10.
No vehicles in this game mode, so we just gotta hoof it.
How's Dylan Mulvaney have a book?
Yeah, we good though.
Like again, you want to talk about privilege? Privilege is being able to destroy brand after brand after brand, create nothing. And
although honestly, I had to say,
every single Fortune 500 and publicly traded company to hype your garbage and to
she's a failed industry plant.
That's really what's happening here. How come Mulvaney, with 9.2 million followers on TikTok, not get any conversions?
Yay!
This ranking suggests Mulvaney sold about 300 books in 2 days.
Okay, Tim posts one. How can Dylan Mulvaney... Here, this is how you read stuff, Benny. How can Dylan Mulvaney, with 9.2 million followers on TikTok, not get any conversions? This ranking suggests that Mulvaney sold around 300 books in 2 days. I don't think TikTok is real. You're right. TikTok's not real. Exactly. Nothing ever converts from TikTok. Nothing. Even like people on TikTok with like millions of followers will struggle to break 100,000 on YouTube. People don't convert from TikTok. That's just how that works. TikTok's not real. You nailed it, Tim. Good job. It's like watching you, figure out how the world works around you in real time. All right. Jesus Christ.
That's literally it.
I don't think TikTok is
get
real.
into the roofs. There you do bounce pads.
Here, I'm going to read this for everybody so you don't have to suffer through Benny reading it slowly one word at a Time to today, Junior. Jesus fuck, Benny. God damn.
Hey, we
All right.
are in storm right here.
Yep, we're good right here.
I got
Yep.
shield. I got a fat boy shield. That's it.
Yeah, I got a slurp juice. Yeah. The heals are a little
fishing?
scarce. But another
Is
fat
there
boy
fishing
down
there?
here. I don't think there was fishing in OG.
Ooh,
Remember,
really?
this is OG Fortnite. We are recreating the original first
Oh.
season. So if it
No,
wasn't
I
in
don't know.
So if it wasn't in season 1, it's not going to be in this. It's the original map and original style. All right, I'll read this for you, and then you can compare my reading to Benny's.
sheesh.
And remember, Benny has an edited video. It does feel like he's just padding for time on this shit. But okay. Wow, I've sold way more books than Dylan Mulvaney, and I'm not even a woman yet. Thanks, guys. My next book should be finished in a month or 2. Winky smiley face. Jesus Christ, even the trans people are making fun of you, Dylan. Damn.
I've sold way more books than Dylan Mulvaney, and I'm not even a woman
Yet. Not even
Thanks, guys.
a woman yet. Oh, God. Damn.
yet. In my
Oh,
next
and
book
then-
should be finished in a month or 2.
I'm 30 seconds for reading that.
People are
I
memeing
got
this.
my trap. I'm gonna draw.
All right.
We need to start moving because we don't move fast in this
bounce
mode.
pad.
Tell you, this
Bounce
is
pad,
like,
bounce pad.
Oh,
Come
shit,
on.
want to
shit,
talk
shit,
about
shit.
true privilege.
Just bounce. I'll catch up. I'm in the
privilege
water already moving
is-
slow.
Getting this amount of publicity for a garbage fake product.
You gotta come up with better takes, Benny. I don't know who Benny is, but this is horrible content. You sound like someone who's just whining because she's getting more exposure than you are. All of you guys sound like you're whining because Dylan has more followers. Like even Tim Pool, who's whining about the amount of followers that Dylan has. You don't have 9.2 million, Tim. Like all you're doing is ratioing yourself. Like you're just making it look like you're guys who are malding because you're not getting the attention that she's getting. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny that she couldn't turn that attention into a book. But at the end of the day, she's still bigger than you guys are. Like, you just sound like guys mauling over how big she is. There's so many ways that you could attack this and turn it into better content and embarrass her in the meantime, especially since she's crashing out and crying about it. And instead, you're slowly reading tweets and just talking about the numbers. And that's a horrible, like, take to go with because she beats you guys in numbers. You pick the one stat she's beating you in. There's so many other things that you could go after her for. Like, you'll never catch me on my YouTube channel doing a reaction talking about somebody's numbers because mine are shit. And I know this. Yeah, I'm trying to find a better place to hide. Oh, yeah, there's no bushes in OG. In fact, right here is perfect. We'll hide in this house, and then there's a rift right in front of us.
That isn't
Go in through the window.
real.
If it'll let
Like,
us.
that is written by the
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah, you
In a
gotta walk
hospital.
So
right
you
up to it.
don't got to break the door.
Doesn't have a real following. It's not a real following.
Her following's real, and
If
it's
you-
bigger
if
than
you have
yours.
10 million subscribers.
Her following's real. It's bigger than yours. It's just the problem is the majority of her following are probably minors. Minors who either don't have the money or the means to buy her book or the interest. Young people just don't read books like that. You're also not looking at like this is what would be interesting. And I should probably pull this up when we're done with this match. I'll pull it up because this could embarrass the fuck out of all of you guys if you didn't research this part first. He's looking at the physical book sales from Amazon, the hard copy, the physical book. With how young her audience is, I'm curious to see the audiobook sales on Audible. Because if she's number 500 or 600 in physical books, but number 3 in audiobooks, then you guys look like fucking morons. Because young people don't read. They listen to books like podcasts.
Yep.
So, like, your
Does
entire
back
video.
bling want to be friends with my back bling?
Let's make him Kiev. Let's make him Kiev.
Yes.
Back bling's Kiethan.
My girl's just looking over here. What the fuck?
Take notes, Benny. That's content. Oh my god.
Back bling. See,
All right,
you
let's
got,
go.
You got the little dinosaur
Mulvaney
lizard
does.
guy.
All right, let's hit
And
the
then
rift.
And you
He's
can't
got
sell
the-
300 books. That means your entire
Yeah.
audience is
In
fake.
your backpack, it's called back bling.
It doesn't just because she. Oh, god damn! You guys just keep saying the dumbest fucking shit. Oh my god! You're making this easy to dunk on you in a fucking story you should be dunking on someone else on. Just because she said she struggles to sell 300 books doesn't make her audience fake. It just makes them poor. Poor or young. All right, I gotta look this up now because you guys might be embarrassing yourselves. Like, this should be an easy dunk for you, and you guys are making it easy to, like, discredit the things you're saying because you don't script shit out and you don't critically think fucking anything through. All right, Audible. Looking this up on Audible. All right, it's got a 4.7 on Audible. What are the stats? How many copies have we sold? How do I see that? How do I see the numbers on it? It's got a much, much better rating here than what it has on the physical book, which means that the physical book got review bombed after you guys made your videos by people who didn't buy the book. Because you go look at the audio book, and it's sitting at 4.6 stars. So people, yeah, like the rating here clearly hasn't been manipulated. How do you see the... How do I see the ratings on I don't use Audible. Okay. She read it herself. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. If they're not including Prime members, her book's a Prime book. People could just be reading it as part of their subscription too. God, there's so many ways to like go, this isn't as bad as you think it is. Because you guys didn't do your research. Or you're trying to spin a narrative so you don't care. Yeah. Because if you're an Audible member, this is part of Amazon Prime. And I bet her physical book is too. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can just read it for free. Which wouldn't count towards sales, I don't imagine. You can just read it as part of the subscription service. All right. Well, they're only looking at the Amazon numbers. It's a New York Times bestseller. So that puts it in at least the top 100 on New York Times. Oh, they removed the option a few years ago. Why they removed it, no one knows. Okay, so it doesn't show you like the number of sales from her book on Audible, but the reviews are better. So you don't know how many people actually bought the audiobook. But it's also not telling you how many people are getting it as part of a paid membership. So she can probably see those numbers on her end. And if she wasn't so busy crashing out, she could just throw those numbers back in their face, especially if it makes it look better. But I'm guessing it's sold better than what it did on standard Amazon. And it probably did well enough. I mean, it must have done... It's definitely doing better than they're making it out to, because it's on the New York Times bestsellers list. I don't know if that means anything anymore, but I imagine you had to do something to get on that list. And you don't get on that list if you're number 600, so... Well, we'll continue with this
section.
Almost
Check the number of likes. Now go to any content creator's page. If the number of likes and the number of comments on the page don't reflect the number of followers, right? If it isn't like a simple derivative of that, if there isn't like a pretty easy delta jump from the number of followers, like if you have somebody who has a page that has 100,000 followers and they get 5,000 likes on something, well, that's kind of, you know, the algorithm only shows your content to a certain number of certain percentage of following. That's actually an acceptable ratio. If they have 10 million followers and they only get 500 comments, then that means the following's fake. The vast majority of the following is fake or bought.
It could mean that. It could also not mean that.
And this...
You would need more evidence than just the number of comments or follows on somebody with 10 million. Because, I mean, on average, you get like 1%, 1 to 10% of your audience max might actually hit the like button or might actually leave a comment. Most people are just going to watch it and move on. So it's... You would have to look at a lot of content, and if there's like a trend of you having a 10 million following and then only getting like 500 likes on everything you do, maybe the following's fake. Maybe you just post so frequently that your following is turned off notifications. I mean, it could mean a lot of things. You need more evidence than just that one metric. Like, you can tell if someone's botting, but you need more than just that. It also doesn't make sense why someone would bot a following and not also bot the likes and shit too. because likes are more important than following. So if you're botting for the sake, let's go to the toilet factory. If you're botting for the sake of like promotion, then you'd probably bot the likes too. Comments are what's real, because if you bot comments, people can tell instantly, because all the comments will sound like they're written by AI, or they'll be saying the same thing worded differently over and over again. Comments you can check and kind of tell if they're by real people or not. Follows and likes you can't. So that's usually what people bot, but they usually don't bot one without the other. Not saying Dylan Mulvaney wouldn't be dumb enough to just bot followers. I don't see why she wouldn't also bot likes. You need more than just that one metric. I don't think that like this low book sales and a low like ratio prove that her following is quote unquote fake. I think it's just that people on the right, like conservatives, have a hard time wrapping their head around how someone like her can be popular because they don't get it. But I don't get it either, man. But you don't get as far as she has with a fake following. She definitely has an audience. I won't deny it. Whether it's as big as, the 9 million she claims to have, yeah, sure, you can question that. But it's big enough for her to keep getting brand deals. I know that.
Dylan Mulvaney's audience is clearly not real. The ranking has actually crashed.
I wouldn't say clearly not real.
Crashed out even since Mount
she may be losing her relevancy, sure.
So yeah, another L.
Oh, it's definitely an L if those numbers are real, and she hasn't.
That's great. It's your boy Benny. Like, sure.
Okay, bye, Benny. You are way too old to be using the YouTuber "It's your boy Benny" line, but okay. Okay. Jesus, even I don't use that one, and I look younger than I am. Like I could probably get away with it. Okay, it's just cringe. Yeah. Well, I don't like the Benny guy, but it is. I would believe that her book is failing. Like I want to, but you need more research. Like I hate to see where they just grab one stat and do the laziest content based around that one stat. Like you guys are struggling to read your own tweets that you had queued up, but I would have done a little bit more research if it was me personally. I mean, unless I'm just trying to do a hit piece on someone, in which case you take the most negative stat and build a whole video around it, which is what they've done here. So this definitely feels like a hit piece. But I'd have done more research if I'm trying to be honest and genuine, to go, well, she didn't get sales on Amazon, but how do I check and see how many like subscribers read the book for free? Because it is a Prime subscription eligible book, which means you don't have to buy it to read it. You can just read it for free as a Prime member. Yeah, so how many people read it for free on Prime? How many people bought the audiobook? Like, I would find ways to get those numbers if I was really looking into it, other than the 2-second Google search I just did. I don't doubt that it probably didn't sell that well. I don't think anyone interested in Dylan Mulvaney is interested in Dylan Mulvaney as a person. I think they're interested in her as a symbol. If I'm being honest, that's probably where the majority of her fame and her, brand deals and stuff come from, is them trying to push her as a symbol, because she's the best symbol they have. All of the other, like, trans symbols that you could use, what, are you going to fucking hire Keffels? The one who scammed our audience? Brianna Wu? That girl crashes out constantly and can't stop putting her foot in her mouth. That's the most cringe thing. Like, you want someone who's relatively milquetoast, PR-wise, to push your movement, and that's what Dylan Mulvaney is. Relatively milquetoast and willing to play corporate ball. So, it's possible her following's, I'm not going to say fake, but definitely not as good as it, not as big as, or that she's not as popular as she thinks she is because of the numbers. That's quite possible. All right.
Get shit on.
Those kids are in over their head. Oh, there we go. Finally. An SMG over here going. God, I gotta quit hitting the wrong ping button.
I am good. I got a blue.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's known Dylan Mulvaney's cringe for a while, so I'm not shocked that the cringe creator's book didn't sell, because everyone's just following her to make some kind of statement, because they want that on their account, so you can see that they follow Dylan Mulvaney and that they're an ally. Yeah, most people are doing it as a virtue signal. Doesn't make her following fake. There's still real people following her. They're just doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
I mean, it is funny her book failed, though. I mean, an autobiography. Who gives a shit? about Dylan Mulvaney's autobiography.
Are you carrying, what are you carrying for heals?
I got a med kit.
Okay, here. Take this med kit then. I'll carry, shields.
Alright. It'll work until I can find the slurp juice. Even though last round I didn't even get to use my slurp juice, I should have.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. That's the problem is I carry heals and don't think to use them when the time comes. I use them in between fights. I need to start finding time to use them during fights so I can have an advantage and maybe survive just a little, just long enough to get the kill, you know? Alright, I think 3